Good morning, and welcome to the Black Mesa Transit System.
Half-Life comes out, it changes the PC gaming world. It's the most amazing game ever made for its time.
What the hell's a crouch jump?
And two college kids took Half-Life and made this game called Counter-Strike. It's a free modification that you just download.
I don't know what to fucking do.
At the time, I was really interested in counter-terrorist forces. That level of sophistication in terms of the weaponry, in terms of the tactics, I thought that would make a great theme for a game.
The Phantom, exterior like fish eggs, interior like suicide wrist rags. I could exercise you, this could be your phys ed. Cheat on your man, homie. Ah, I tried to sneak through the door, man. Can't make it, the shit's stuck. Out of my way, son! Door stuck! Door stuck! Please! I beg you! We're dead! You're a genuine dick sucker!
Sophistication in terms of the weaponry, in terms of the tactics.
Early on, we had to beg people to help us out. Even just to get playtesters, we had to beg people, hey, do you want to come play our mod? And a lot of people would be like, no thanks, not interested. So we just kind of put it out there, thinking, you know, a couple hundred people might think it was cool.
Chuj z tym! Co odpierdalasz? Gówno ci to obchodzi! Śmieciu, jebany! Kurwa, mać! Wypierdalaj stąd! Wypierdalaj stąd!
I guess it wasn't until maybe 6 months after we released the very first version that we saw that this game had a potential to become something really bigger than we expected it to.
Hey guys, how's it going? You guys like Americans?
The fact that it was this cool new shooter that was multiplayer, I think that's what really interested me in the game.
What if I put on my accent, comrade? Do you like me more then?
I hate America. I wanna see you cry, bitch. Russia server.
It was not about shooting people to me, it was about strategy and outsmarting your opponents.
This game is American, why are you playing it if it's gay?
Counter-Strike was different than anything else. You had to buy your weapons. Only a couple bullets killed you. You went and did something risky early or something stupid, you were stuck watching for the full 5 minutes.
This wasn't a game for the faint of heart. This wasn't a game for people who wanted to respawn as soon as they died. Your actions in Counter-Strike matter.
What's up, bitches?
Early on when we were developing, the community feedback would basically color our next beta release. There was so much energy at that time and so many fans who really felt like they were part of the development.
People were just submitting so much content. We were getting maps, I don't know, maybe 100 a week.
Is that a giant floating penis?
As we released a couple of betas, we had been talking to Valve that whole time because they had noticed the player numbers for Counter-Strike were pretty high.
All right, Mr. Newell, I got some questions for you.
Call me Gabe.
Okay, thanks. All right, first question. What do you think of the current state of the gaming industry?
It sucks.
Do you care to elaborate?
Not really.
Counter-Strike came out and immediately was at 8,000 simultaneous peak players. A week later it was at 12,000. A month later it was at 16. And we saw that there was something happening here. And so we immediately said, you know, we've got to find a way to work with these guys.
All right, Gabe, where do you think the gaming industry will be in the next 10 years?
Down the shitter. You know, the toilet, the turd flume.
And why will the gaming industry be down the turd flume within 10 years?
I can't answer that.
You can't or you won't?
I won't answer that.
Counter-Strike started out as the side event at the CPL tournament while Quake was the big game. In 2001, Counter-Strike took over the venue.
The key for Counter-Strike in me is very early on it became like kind of a global game, you know. It was one of the first esport that wasn't just like a few countries are really into it or just one region's into it. It's like nearly the whole world to some degree was interested in Counter-Strike. So it was only actually changes within the community that changed how the game was played and how you conceive of what is Counter-Strike, which is this 5v5 defusal game that eventually later had a lower round timer, only uses these certain maps. Like when we first had the first tournaments, no one knew what the good maps were, so we used to play almost all the maps.
Alright, look at that penetration.
Oh my fucking god.
Like even into 1.6, Valve always understood the community were a big part of Counter-Strike, and that was really the one thing that they never really changed.
So when Counter-Strike first became a Valve property, one of the immediate tasks was to figure out
how to make money.
Having Steam to automatically do your updates for you is almost life-changing at this point.
Whereas actually back then, when the patch comes out, that's depressing because now I know I'm not going to be playing for 2 days because not only do I have to download it, which will take me many hours, but the download speed's going to go a lot slower because there was no Steam. So as a result, everyone in the world is now trying to download that one patch from that one server.
You know, that was really the genesis of the idea for Steam, was to figure out how could we automatically update all these folks.
Source blows my mind that people have almost kind of omitted it from Counter-Strike history. It did have some issues at launch, I don't think there's any doubt about that. Which did turn a lot of the people off, because obviously if you've got an existing game that's been out for years and it's great and everything works perfectly fine because it's been tweaked, and then you've got something new and it doesn't quite work, obviously you're gonna stick to the one that you know and stick to the one that you feel is complete.
Russia sucks balls! Russia sucks balls! America! Woo! We invented sausage, freedom, fries! Suck a dick! Suck a dick, you fat fucking bear-hugging Russian cold-ass motherfuckers! Yeah!
I thought the game was great. I had lots of fun. I met like really cool people who I'm still friends with to this day through playing Source.
CSGO, it felt like the last hope for Counter-Strike in many ways. And what was a very pleasant surprise was actually within 6 to 12 months of the initial release, the game was improving very quickly in fact, much quicker than normally you would expect.
The difference with CSGO was that they introduced matchmaking.
Prior to matchmaking, you would join a server and you didn't know the skill level of the players that were on the server. Compared to today's, where they automatically find the best match for you. And it's very automated, and I think in that sense, it made it very user-friendly.
The skins update was a big change for you, giving you something you can buy, something that you can customize your guns.
Making millions and millions of dollars off this system. Like, this is what a successful system looks like for us.
It's done where it doesn't necessarily impact gameplay, but it gives people this exciting element to keep coming back and keep playing to get more skins.
Whenever I see someone purchase one of these things, and I've done this before, even to myself, when I purchase one of these things, I look like a fucking idiot.
There was no way as a customer to look at that transaction besides, I just lost $2 of actual value. The goal was not to put users in a position where they were gambling. It was to put them in a position where they had random chances, and there's a fundamental difference there.
In CSGO, you have the ability for the community members to support the game with all of their content.
What are your thoughts on fan-generated content? Do you consider them to be a valuable part of the Steam community as a form of mass communication?
The Steam community?
Yeah, the Steam community.
That's faggot shit.
I think the workshop has over 150,000 items in it, and people will aspire to have those items or better designs or things like that, or have their own designs in the game, where people can design maps, and the ones that are the most popular get put in the game itself.
Back in July of 2015, Valve sent out a request via email to various server owners. The email requested that server owners remove plugins that can change weapon skins over CSGO items that are not in their inventory.
One of the biggest things about Counter-Strike, just how it's always been evolving, but yet the fundamentals of it haven't really changed at all.
sort of immediate feedback loop, which was so important early on and guided every single beta release.
Where is he? With each version of the game, through each generation of gamers, Counter-Strike has just continued to grow.
I don't think it's going to go anywhere other than bigger and better.
With Valve's next original intellectual property, do you think it'll be like Portal, a puzzle adventure game, Left 4 Dead, a multiplayer co-op, Half-Life, a story-driven first-person shooter, or something new and completely groundbreaking?
Something new and groundbreaking called Ass Portal. We're going to delve into the colon. Ricochet 2 coming April 12th.